Hey everybody, it's Marshall here with my Gotham Season 3 Episode 1 review. Yes, that's right, Gotham is officially back. A lot of comic book Easter eggs, a lot of stuff as usual. I think that Gotham, to me, it's the best improved superhero, like comic book TV show out there right now. Like, I feel like The Flash is like second, almost like tied. Arrow is kind of slumping right now, but I feel like they can get it back. They're working really hard. Legends of Tomorrow is there, but it's like not quite there. Supergirl, you know how that turned out. You know, CW is going to have to prove to me that they can fix it and make every episode great, not just have like a good episode, bad, good, bad. They gotta wow me back again. But Gotham's just consistent throughout every show. I mean, there's no comic book show out there that is less consistent than Gotham. I feel like throughout the whole way, it's improved. I don't know how I feel about it becoming more comic booky, because I did like the realistic side in Season 1 with the mob, but both is really fun. I think that both work. And now this season, I feel like they're making like a mix of it, but at the same time, they're also upping the metahuman abilities and things like that, which is really exciting. So let's get on to the moments that happened to the episode and what I think about them, things like that. So, of course, what I think about this episode, my favorite storyline, I feel like this episode was definitely Fish, Mooney, and Penguin and stuff like that. But I also love Barbara and the new Sirens Club. We'll talk about that Easter egg in a moment. And I think that introducing Jamie Chung's Valerie Vale was so good. I love Valerie Vale so much. And we'll also talk about her as well. So what should we talk about first? We're going to talk about Fish and Penguin first, just because it's my favorite storyline. I just love their rivalry, you know what I'm talking about? Rivalry. I love it so much. So let's talk about Penguin. Of course, Penguin, as we know, has been the big guy on campus. He's had to deal with Galavan in the past. I feel like Galavan, wouldn't have come back. I don't want to have a villain like Galavan anymore. I liked Galavan when it started with Jerome, but then it got a little bit off-putting, and it didn't really work as well towards the end of the season, because they were doing Hugo Strange and everything, and with the whole Azrael thing was like, meh. Although I did like Azrael's kind of awesome moves and stuff like that, and Bruce kind of being inspired by him a little bit. In one of the episodes, I can't remember which one. And Gotham Season 2 is on Netflix now, so I think I'll go and rewatch a lot of that and find out, kind of recap myself. But anyway, yeah, so it was really cool to see Penguin, back at it, being the boss. And of course, we saw Fish, of course. I love Jada Pinkett Smith back on the show, and apparently she's not supposed to be in a lot of episodes as of yet, because they said she's going to be a lot in the beginning of the season, but then kind of maybe go away. Do not kill Fish. You have seen this mistake. You know it didn't work. I feel like now that they've given her metahuman abilities and they have this thing where she's like, okay, if I use my powers, I die. That's going to be something that helps people, not relate, but help people start to like the character, is that she has a weakness. You know what I mean? And she's, up against a higher, not a higher power, but higher stakes. There are higher stakes at large. There are higher, key things, and she's going to be trying to invade the city and take over. We've seen that in the promos, that she wants an army like her taking Gotham to its knees. So we're going to see a really interesting turn of events with her, but is she going to die again? Let's hope not, because that's just a waste of Jada Pinkett Smith's time. She made this character amazing. She made this character, she, gave it her all. Let's not kill her again. At least maybe give her a break. She is Jada Pinkett Smith. But then have her come back all the time. It's fun to have her on the show, because it is cool to see Penguin and her at each other's throats. That's what they were meant to do in the beginning of the show, right? But yeah, so a lot of things to look forward to with her gang of metahumans. Let's talk about that. There are a lot of metahumans out and about now. So Jim is a bounty hunter. Of course, we saw there was a flashback with Lee. Morena Baccarin, probably not going to be on the show as much anymore, although in one of the promos, you see her getting off of a bus and coming back to Gotham. So we know that Morena Baccarin will indeed be back at some point. But now with her and Ben McKenzie's relationship, I think they have a child. I don't know if they already had their child, their baby, but maybe it's possible. So Morena Baccarin may not want to be on the show anymore because of their child, and she might be busy with other things. Of course, Deadpool 2 is expected to come 2017, 2018, I don't know for sure, but it's supposed to be coming in the next few years, so maybe she wants to kind of settle down before she has to go back to that, sorry about that, if she is going to be in the sequel. So those are just possibilities and things to look out for as, Miranda Baccarin kind of eases off. In turn, we have Valerie Vale, so let's talk about her. Valerie Vale, Jamie Chung, oh my gosh, slayed. I love Jamie Chung so much. She was great on Once Upon a Time, she's great in everything else she's in, now she's great on Gotham as well. I love her Valerie Vale character. If you guys don't know, she's the Vicky Vale of the show. Apparently, I read that she's Vicky Vale's aunt, but in this case, I'm gonna say that that's the version of Vicky Vale that they're going for. Maybe that Vicky's her nickname or her middle name, and we'll talk about that. But for now, let's just go on the fact that she's the show's version. You know what I mean? Like, she's not exactly Vicky Vale, but she's what they got right now. Same for Barbara, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, so Valerie Vale is in town. She's the new, I'm going to say she's the new love interest for Jim Gordon. And so she's, in the news, the Gotham Gazette, she said, she's really, I guess, motivated to, be in Gotham and, kind of have that thing, what Jim had, earlier in the series, where he was like, okay, I'm going to be in, Gotham and I'm going to make a difference. That's kind of what she has. We're not seeing too much of it right now. There's so much going on. So we'll probably see more of that in the future. But she says, I know the dangers. My dad was a cop. My brothers are cops. And she's like, I can handle myself. It's like everywhere else. Gotham ain't no, New Jersey, okay? Gotham ain't no Philadelphia. It's Gotham City. This is not you heard it in Purple Lamborghini, the song. Killer Croc came and kidnapped you and cut out your kidneys. That's how crazy Gotham is. So I think that she will realize that later on in this season. But we'll see how that progresses as she might fall in love with Jim. We don't know yet, but it's possible. So we'll see. We'll see how it happens. But that's going to be something that we're going to have to look forward to later on. So Selina and Bruce are, kind of in this episode as well. Bruce meets with the board of Wayne Enterprises, or Wayne Industries, whatever you want to call it, and says, I want to meet face to face with the Court of Owls, the people who are trying to ruin my company and make these monsters. So that will be coming in the next episode, I believe. And we'll see more of what's happening with Bruce in his own separate storyline. They said that they're going to have him get the Playboy persona. He's too young, obviously, but they're gonna make him a kind of jerky, a little bit, kind of like that, fake, phony Bruce Wayne. I am so looking forward to that, because I think David Mazouz is gonna have so much fun playing that. But on to Selina. Selina has a lot of stuff to do with this episode, She's got the loss of Ivy, we'll talk about that, and then she's also got Fish's gang. She might be, I tweeted in the live tweets during me live tweeting, I said that Selina is in the wrong crowd. Maybe she'll realize that, maybe she won't, who knows, but one thing is for sure, she is upset about Ivy's death. We'll talk about that as well. But, we'll see how it unfolds for Selina as she gets there. I really like Selina, I like Cameron Beekendova with Fish, with Jada Pinkett Smith, because it just helps not only Cameron Beekendova experience an actress who has had a lot of experience, but it also helps with the storyline and how it's coming. Because, Selina doesn't really have a place right now. Also, Doppelganger Bruce, in my opinion, what's his name? Jonathan March from the comics. Isn't that his name? The Thomas Wayne Jr.? So a lot of people think that this doppelganger of Bruce Wayne's is a clone. Well, obviously it's a clone, but a clone, and then, kind of a Cadmus clone type character, type thing. Although Cadmus is on Supergirl, so we're not going to be seeing that on Gotham. But they also think that it's Thomas Elliot Hush type character. Wrong. We've already seen Thomas Elliot. He kind of looks like David Mazouz, the actor who plays Elliot, but it's not really exact. So what I think this is that it's the Jonathan, I think that's his name, Jonathan March character from the comics, the Thomas Wayne Jr. In the comics, Thomas Wayne Jr. March says that he is the oldest son of Thomas and Martha Wayne, and that he just looks like Bruce, and that he becomes a Talon or something. It's really weird. I don't know much about it. But yeah, that was also mentioned. So we saw a little bit of that. I'm excited to see where they take Doppelganger Bruce from now. Now let's talk about the Sirens Club. So the Sirens Club is a direct Easter egg to the Gotham City Sirens. It's basically this group, this trio, this trinity of Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. We've seen Catwoman in the Sirens bar, with that one scene with Butch. We've seen Poison Ivy. I mean, obviously, Ivy's coming back. We'll talk about that in a second. And then also we've got Harley Quinn. And who is Harley Quinn? Barbara. So I'm not sure how I feel about this. I love Barbara. I love Aaron Richards' performance as Barbara. I mean, if that is the Harley Quinn they're going to go with, I'm torn because I don't like that. I think that they need their own Harley Quinn, but they can't really do that as of now, so they're using the Barbara as a fill-in. Kind of like I said with Valerie Vale and Vicky. she's, Barbara is the show's version of Harley Quinn as of now. And then maybe in the future we'll get the actual Harley Quinn. Jerome is coming back. We've seen him and Barbara interact before. They'll probably have that in the future. So I think that for now, Barbara is a great Harley Quinn. I do love Barbara's performance. She's just one of my favorite characters. She just has so much fun on the show. She's like the laugh, like the pounding of the gun in the episode. Like, it was just perfect. It was a great Harley Quinn. And I can't wait to see where they take it. Are they going to go overboard? Are they going to go even surpassing Margot Robbie? Like, what are they going to do exactly with this character? Who knows? But I can't decide if I like Erin Richards' Harley or if I like Margot Robbie's. I'm sorry. I just can't decide because they're both so good. But I feel like Erin Richards is channeling more of a classic Harley rather than Margot Robbie. Don't mean to be, mean, but I'm just saying it just feels like that because the show is inspired by classic Batman, Tim Burton, things like that. I also do like the thing about Butch trying to get back with Tabitha and like having that guy come back in the club. This is our territory. I love that as well. That was great. And I think that was fun. And then Ivy. So what's happening with Poison Ivy? Well, obviously Ivy fell to her death, but they have released that she is coming back, but as adult Poison Ivy. More of like the suave Poison Ivy from the comics. The whole the Ivy that takes control of men and all that. We're gonna have that version of Ivy. Not the power set. I feel like her powers won't be here yet, but she will be older somehow. We're gonna have to figure out how that is. Like, maybe there's some kind of like weird connection between that one metahuman and her falling in the water. Who knows for sure, but we'll see an older Poison Ivy. It'll be really interesting. Again, this is also making me feel torn, because we have, I love Claire Foley's Ivy as well, like her street kid Ivy, but I also want to see an older Poison Ivy as well. So what do you guys think? But other than that, I think that I ran down the whole episode. What do you guys think about it? We also got Killer Croc in this episode, a version of Man-Bat. It's not exactly Man-Bat, but it's a version. So we'll see more of them in the future. But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Barbara Quinn? What do you guys think about Poison Ivy being older? The Fish, Mooney, and Penguin rivalry? Valerie Vale. Like, what do you guys think of all that? Comment down below. Links there to my other videos, and links from there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and gaming channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.